this program, this lesson about the connectivity of React and Spring Bootstrap. Okay, this is a lesson for learning the React as the front end and Spring Boot as the back end. During CRUD operations, this is doing the CRUD operation. That means create, read, update, and delete operations. What are the software required? STS. First is the MySQL database, then the STS tool, and the Visual Studio Code for React framework. Okay, so this all is required for developing this React and the Spring Boot connectivities. Okay, now we'll understand what is the first screen, how it looks like. Okay, this is my screen. This is my screen. Okay, and it is showing that add user, view user, delete user, and edit user and delete users. These are my operations. So already some record is there. It is called a student management application. Just getting the users and the email values, your name, username, and the email. Keeping that adding. So we'll minimum, what is called the minimum field, we'll do how it is working. So first we'll understand how our React code. So I'll open my this one. So if I see this is my React application, so I created a project called code friend, and I have what is called all my index.html. This will be public folder. Default it is generated, and this will like a SRC folders. I have created layouts. This is my navbar layouts and the pages like home page and users, add user, edit user, view users. And these are the already generated files, default files like app.css, app.js, and index.js, index.js, all this. And my DB data structure, like user table, and ID is my unique name, and email and name, username. This all information I am capturing, and I have another table called user sequences for generating the next big values. Okay, now if I go for layout, navbar.js, just overall, just we'll see the glance. Okay, navbar default is a export default functions. So this is developed with the functional component models. That is what is called a hook model we used here. Okay, so all this student management application, everything we have created the label for this. Okay. Now, if I go for my pages, this is my home pages, home.cs. So what are the things are there? We'll just look at. There is a Axios. Okay, this is my connectivity for, this is the main connectivity library for connectivity to your Spring Boot as well as your React.js, front end and back end. And these are all kind of cookies we are using users. So this overall, I'm giving the ideas and load users. This will load if the data is there. In the when I open my local host colon 3000, it has to open all the records. So this is the affecting doing load users. So I can do this is the users like a get informations, delete. I can delete the particular user IDs, and this is my table structures returning the values. This is my table structure tables. I use the tables container bootstrap. I use the bootstrap and the shadow model I used. This is the username, password, all is displaying here. Okay. Button model, everything is designed. When they click, delete user, click everything, button model designed. Now, if I go for my users, add user.js. Okay, this is a user, just first initializing the values using the ES6 model. Okay, this user is has three main fields. Okay, all is following the whatever the standards in ES6 and latest React model we are following here. And edit users, we can do same thing, same process, view users. These are the overall things we are able to understand. Okay, next, if I go for index.js, okay, this is my main application. It's calling this app. So we'll go for what is the app dot, what is the imported this app is app.js. Okay, here I have routings, all the values. What are the routings? So I put in my layouts and my pages and add user, delete user, everything is there. And what are the, for the React router DOM, what are the things variables are using everything we mentioned here. And the bootstrap also I imported. Okay, now see this. Add user, edit user, delete user, this will come. If I click, otherwise if you want to go to the home, we can go and export to the particular variables app. Index.css. So we have our own what is called CSS also defined, and font family also defined, and app.js. Okay, this we saw that, and app.css. Okay, all the your text, how it is entered should be there. All everything, your style sheets fully completely defined here. Okay, now that's all for about front end. Okay, package dots is what are the things we are using, everything is there. Now, if I go for our backend, like Spring Boot, if I go to Spring Boot, okay, here I have created src.main. This is my name of the applications, like backend application project name, and using the Maven, through Maven only created, and com.java is the start of the Spring Boot application. This is the start of the Spring Boot applications. Then user controller. User control is like a MVC model. So here model and control is defined and view is defined using the React. Okay, here cross origin is there. This is the connecting for your React and auto wired. Okay, this is the user repository. So we'll discuss about the user repository from the user repository package, and post. This post mapping is nothing but a user. You can use for this once executed this application. We can insert, delete all this. We can use the postman also, and get mapping. This is the get mapping users for displaying all these users, and get mapping this one. Okay. Now, because I executed this, I can use my Chrome to open new browser like localhost :8080. This for Spring Boot application, Apache, default Apache is configured. So it means if the server is there, we have good users. This is for getting the values. So user is displaying here. Apache server is default is configured. Now if I go for next exception, I have created two exceptions like user not found advice and user not found exceptions. Both exceptions I have created. And this is my model. User.java is my model. Jakarta is my imported values, imported packages, and the entity class I'm using. And this is the generated ID for lang ID, username, name, and same way we created for all your setter getter method using getter getter method created your Pojo class. This is called nothing but another name called as a Pojo class. Okay, get name, set name. Okay, now if I come to our repository user repository.jar, or everything repository, model, and the controller and the main application, everything created in a separate packages. And here user repository, I gave the name interface called user repository is extend from JP repository, and two parameters I am passing. One is the user is the model name, and the ID is the long. My user ID is the long. So here we have mentioned the long values. Related all the important packages all imported here. Okay, this is about overall about our backend Java class files, Java files. And if I go for mains, SRC main resources, application.properties there. Here you are going to define your data sources. Spring.datasource.url connecting to the MySQL database, and localhost 3306 is the host name for MySQL, and DB demo is my database name. Okay, and spring.datasource.username is equal to root, and spring.datasource.password is equal to root. This all I can call as the username and the password we are defining, and data source dot driver hyphen class hyphen name. This com.mysql.cj, this is my driver name for connecting to the MySQL database. Now spring.jpa.mysql. These are the options. I put a true. I can able to see when I executed these applications. I can able to in the downside, I can able to see my SQL statements. And if it is a initial application, if you don't know the structure of the table, we can use create and drop. It will automatically creating the tables in the backend. Once you created, the next time when you executed, you can change it to this DDL. That is called spring.jpa.hibernate.ddl-auto. It may be a create or create a hyphen drop or update. Okay, these are the options available. So we can, if it already table exists, you want to drop the table and you want to create, you can use this create drop, or you can use the create. And then DDL-auto, this is update. So already I have table is there, I created. So I am using the update statement here. This is the overall about application.properties. Then next, our main thing is form.xml. So here you have to define all your dependencies. Like, see this, these are already generated by the wizard, Maven wizard, and these are the dependencies. Spring hyphen boot starter data JPA, Spring boot starter hyphen web, and this is my MySQL Java connector, and this is my starter test. Okay, these are the, I feel these are the important things for my application. So only those packages I have defined as a dependencies. Once you define this, will add everything in your Maven dependencies. So you can see all the jar files. So earlier we are added manually. So this is giving the flexibility of developing the applications. Now, if I go for how to execute these applications, now if you'll go for our first will go. Okay, now I will first what I will do, I will go to my Spring Boot applications. Okay, I will stop this engine. I will close here, right click, run Spring Boot app, or you can use Java app applications. See this, all is executing with the logs. Okay, this is done. So how will you know that? Here it is showing that 8080 port is ready and your auto completion is also ready now. Okay, we can put 8080, you can able to see the values. Now if I go to my database, this is my database. So this is user demo and I put a select star from employee, select star from user. These all users are there. This is the user. Now if you go to our Spring Boot applications, go there, just refresh. It is there. Now what I will do, I'll go there in my what is called in my packages. I will go there. I will stop this. So once I stop, yes, I will put again npm. If I go there, my browser refresh. So it is site not reached. So again we have to go there and type npm start. Now it's ready. Now if I click this, if I go there, or already I have opened my window, just refresh. So I will get the values. Okay, add users will be there. Now click on the add button. Add the users. Ram, Rama, Ram at Yahoo or gmail.com. Submit. I have added. If you want to view, we can view the record. Back. These are view details. So just what I will do, I will go by database. I delete the record. All record deleted. If I refresh again, nothing is there. Again, I can add. Sent. Gmail. The dummy records. Okay. Now, if you want to edit, you can edit. I want to 1, 2, 3. You give 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now delete also we have already done. So I will add one more record. We'll do delete. XXX. 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 2, 3. 8. Gmail. Just submit. Now I'll delete this record. Record is deleted. If you want to cross check, go to my MySQL. See my select star from table name. Yes, only one record is there. ID is generating. Next. Okay. So these are there. So far, if I go by Spring Boot, all records, whatever I'm doing, delete, update, everything is captured because of show SQL true. Here, the application dot properties we are making show SQL true. So it is giving all update, what is the select statement you are doing. Everything is a tracking as a log records, is a kind of a log records. So front end, back ends, all we done. Okay. So finally we done React with the Spring Boot connectivity. So this is the lesson we learned. So any comments? Post my comment box for listening this video. Thanks. Thanks for everyone. Then forward this for necessary for learners. Thank you.